actually the pineal gland, which is in the center of our heads and is the master gland of the body. It controls all the other glands and very much affects different hormone production and things like that. That gland, eating raw foods, helps to really clean it out in the average person who eats like just the average American diet, who eats like bread, refined sugars, pastas, like all kinds of things like that, dairy. It causes the that gland to actually calcify and harden, and that gland is known to be responsible for people having access to their spirituality, and it's just a natural spirituality that I'm talking about, and just a connection to nature and to each other and to the energy that runs through all things. So, um, yeah, I think I do right now feel that center opening back up right now a bit. After I finished my whole little journey living out of my car and doing raw foods and juice fasting, which like I was saying, was initially inspired by what I read by Marcus. Um, I actually had a little, I don't know if you would call it a relapse or what, but I spent the last, I don't know, year, a little over a year or so, eating a lot of the foods that I had eaten before I ever went raw. So, like, I would be eating a lot of healthier foods, but I'd also be eating things that really weren't too great for my body, like a lot of, breads and sugars and different things like that. And I think the reason I did that is, again, it was needing to rebalance, but in a different way. It was sort of like I had upped my physical vibrations so much by eating some of those foods, the really clean raw foods, that it really caused me to become like hyper aware of the other things in my life that weren't working, and which I really had intense fear around, or that I didn't know how to change. And so I sort of like I needed to step things back a little bit and slow things down physically so that everything else in my life could catch up. And since then, I've really been working with myself a lot on a social level and an emotional level. And since then, I've created a home that I love to live in. I'm actually sitting in the yard at my house right now, and it's beautiful, as you can see. And I've created so many great friendships that support me. And I started massage school a little over a year ago. I became inspired to start my own business, and now I'm living in a whole other realm of transformation and commitment, committing to myself, committing to my life, saying to the universe, yes, I mean it, bring it, bring it. And yeah, so today it just felt really good to not only to be inspired, but to take action steps. And that's something that's that I've been noticing has been becoming easier and easier to do, much easier to do. I've been kind of stuck these last few months, or for a while now. I've just been kind of frustrated and stuck because I think it was really time for me to make a physical change again, and I could remember what it was like to be physically light and all of that, and yet I wasn't living it, and it was just getting in my own way. There was some other level of that I needed to learn about, and now I'm unraveling and I'm moving forward, and I'm excited to be a part of this world completely and entirely changing. I'm I am ready to invest in myself. I'm ready to invest in my friends. I'm I'm ready to put my money into things that will increase in value as the days and weeks and months go by, and to not spend so much money on things that actually decrease in value, which Markus Rothkranz was actually talking about, how that's so important. That's what millionaires do. That's what multimillionaires do. That's, everybody who's rich. That's what they do. They invest in things that increase in value. And a lot of rich people, they're not bad people. There are a lot of nice rich people out there, and many of them are are very calm, very aware of the law of attraction, and very content with themselves. They're happy with who they are. of course, there are bad rich people. Bad. I mean, rich people out there. There are also a lot of quote unquote bad poor people. People are people. But I definitely sense kind of like a bit of a deprogramming happening from reading Markus's stuff, because I'm realizing how many deep-seated subconscious beliefs I have that that really um, don't don't like rich people, don't want to be around them, think just money is corrupt, things like that, and that's just going down the drain right now. It's leaving. It's ready to go, and none of that needs to be true at all. I am empowered, and so are you. We all can be, and all can empower each other. So that is what I want to share. This was a bit of a longer video, but I hope you enjoyed it. It came from the heart, and it came from a very inspired girl over here. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.